Hey guys, I am back with another video in the Let's Talk series, and this is going to be the second part of my basics of wax melting. This is going to be my favorite wax vendors and who I would recommend people order from. Now, couple of disclaimers before I start this. These are my own opinions. If I mention a wax vendor that's one of my favorites and it's somebody that you hate, just keep in mind these are my opinions. This is 100% subjective. These are just my thoughts. Another thing is not going to happen is I'm not going to bash on any vendors. If I have had a bad experience with a vendor or something's happened or there's a vendor that I've heard stuff about that I'm not going to order from, you will not hear me mention them. Now, on that note, just because I don't mention someone does not mean I don't recommend them. It's also possible that I haven't tried them. I've been in the wax community since 2008, but as far as vendor wax, I've only been active for a little over a year, so I certainly have not had the opportunity to try every single vendor that's out there. So if I don't mention somebody, I don't want to hurt any feelings. Because it's not necessarily meaning that I don't recommend them. It may well be that I just don't have any of their stuff, haven't had an opportunity to try them. I also wanted to document this for myself because I did place some orders with some new to me wax vendors and this week, and when I get their stuff, I just want to see if, 6 or 7 months down the road, if any of this changes for me, and I formulate some different opinions. So I do have some honorable mentions that I want to talk about. And honorable mention doesn't necessarily mean that they don't rate on my top 5 or that they won't ever rate on my top 5. It may mean that I just haven't melted enough of their stuff, or it may mean that I've had varied performance or something like that. If they made my honorable mention list and I'm including them in this video, then they definitely are somebody that I would recommend ordering from. I want to start with an honorable mention, Flaming Star Scents. Flaming Star Scents is owned by Marcy, and the way that she runs her website, she has her own website, flamingstarscents.com. She has a couple of options. She will do ready-to-ship shapes, wax melts, cakes, tarts, what have you, every once in a while, just when she pours extra and she's ready to have it. Also, you can order customs. Customs will take you about a month to get, roughly, and you can pick and choose what you want, and then she will send it to you. One of her claims to fame is these teddy bear melts. So that's why I'm showing this. And her wax is very, very highly fragrant, very strong throwing wax, and I really love it. I don't have a lot of her stuff on hand right now because I melted through what I had pretty quickly, and I am waiting for an order from her that I'll probably get sometime this week. Flaming Star Scents makes my honorable mention list. Tiffany Candles is one that I loved the interaction that I had with her as far as customer service wise. She's on my honorable mentions list specifically because I don't have a lot of her stuff. I had only placed one order. What I have melted, though, is fabulous. She does a lot of 3-packs. This used to be a 3-pack. I melted one. 3-packs. She does scoopables. She does chunklets, which is basically bakery bags of these little chunks. And I'll tell you what, I melted one of these in my bedroom, and it was phenomenal. Tiffany Candles has been in business for a really long time. She does periodic restocks and customs as well. Another honorable mention is Lake Providence Lodge. In Lake Providence Lodge, they do not, this is run by Karen. She is extremely scientific about the way that she goes about pouring, testing her oils, testing the wax. She does, obviously, this butterfly, beautiful shape. She also does these melt cups. She does ready to ship, usually on Sundays. And then stuff like these melt cups are usually pour to order. She doesn't have a really extensive scent list, so she may be nice for beginners. She is based out of Etsy, so she's an Etsy shop. Tiffany Candles has their own website. Sorry, I didn't mention that. And then another honorable mention, I don't think anybody's like favorite list would be complete without Candles from the Keeping Room. Candles from the Keeping Room made the honorable mention list simply because I've never ordered from her. The stuff that I have was all given to me in a gift, a random act of kindness. I've melted through a good portion of it though, and everything that I've melted has knocked me against the wall with the throw. Absolutely phenomenal. She has her own website as well. She can be quite difficult to order from. My biggest thing that I can say about absolutely any of these vendors is join their Facebook groups. Not the business page, the group. You'll have to actually be approved. You'll have to ask to join, and then the admins will have to approve you. That's where all the action is. If there's going to be a flash sale, if there's going to be a giveaway, if they're going to announce when they're opening next, that all the interaction with the vendor, everything is on the group pages. So that's where you want to be. If you're not active in Facebook, you may want to get an account just so that you can join some of these groups. Because honestly, if I wasn't in most of the Facebook groups, I wouldn't have a clue what was going on, just to be quite honest. A couple other vendors that made my list of honorable mentions that I actually don't have any stock on hand, but I would recommend. 10 Digit Creations. They are a company that's fairly easy to buy from. They have their own website as well. They are a really good go-to for like fresh scents or for Lush dupes. I know a lot of people that watch these videos are into Lush. So if you're looking for a scent that's based on one of your favorite Lush scents, I highly recommend 10 Digit Creations. BZ Tarts. BZ, run by a guy named John. All he does is scent shots, which are, this is not really what they look like. They're more round, but it's the same idea. Scent shots. He does not have a Facebook group, so he's kind of the anomaly. You just kind of have to either talk to people in the wax community or just hear from word of mouth when he's opening. And but I have never had anything from him that didn't throw like a champ. And then Kay's Creations, run by Kathy. That is a wax company that I really appreciate because of her dedication to anti-bullying campaigns, different causes and things like that. And then her wax is wonderful. Her rainbow brittle is gorgeous. So that's another one that I would recommend that I just don't happen to have any stock on hand. Looks like I need to place some orders. Okay, on to my top 5. Number 5, Bathing Garden. The Bathing Garden specializes in clamshells. They often do, this is run by a gal named Shannon. They often do shapes and different things like that as well, but it's mostly going to be clamshells. Couple reasons why she made my list. One, just the artistry. I mean, her stuff is always gorgeous. And then the ease of ordering. Literally, when she opens, she posts in her Facebook group what she's going to be offering, the dates that she's going to be open, and you go on there and you can order whatever you want as far, like, from the scents that are being offered. But there's no rush. There's no things getting snatched out of your cart. You literally order whatever you want. She pours it. It does take about 6 to 8 weeks to get your stuff normally. But I love the ease of ordering. I know that if I'm ever running low on wax, which probably isn't going to happen anytime soon, but if that ever were to happen, I can always get wax from the Bathing Garden. Performance-wise, medium to high. It does vary. I do have some scents that have knocked me against the wall, like this Brown Sugar Cream Rose Bouquet is always one I can count on to be strong. Some of the other ones not so much, but she did make my list based on presentation and ease of ordering. Number 4, Super Tarts. Brandy, Brandy, Brandy. I love this company. run by a gal named Brandy, who used to be a YouTuber. She actually still has her channel. And all of her scents are based on superheroes, movies, characters, TV shows, different things like that. Her blends are really unique. A couple things that put her on my list: her interaction in the group. I mean, she's always there letting people know what's going on. She has voting, you know, all kinds of things, just different things going on in the group at all times. Again, with the clamshells, it's the same style as the Bathing Garden. You can order whatever you want. But she does have other things. She does customs. She does something called Bam Bars, which is like a loaf. She's always got something going on. And the performance of the tarts, I have never had one that I haven't been swept away by. This stuff throws like crazy. I mentioned in my beginner wax video, a tart that I had that threw for over 48 hours. It was a super tart. And it threw for about 72 hours before I just got tired of the scent and pulled it. I mean, this stuff, the lasting power is just phenomenal. So that is that is Super Tarts. Bathing Garden, by the way, she has her own website. Super Tarts runs out of Big Cartel. Number 3, Rose Girls. Rose Girls is wax that you can, I mean, I can always count on Rose Girls to perform phenomenally. Love the variety. There's a couple different ways to get her wax. You can do the mini melters pretty much any time. I talked about this in my Rose Girls haul, but this is, you know, single scent notes. You can order whatever you want, combine them, make your own blends. You can do custom blends. She is opening up for customs on Thursday the 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for customs. She is only going to take 100 orders. I'm not kidding when I tell you it'll happen in less than 5 minutes. So if you want to do that, definitely join her Facebook group so that you can find out how to get into that. But Rose Girls definitely makes my top 5 for performance. And just overall, like, you can count on Rose Girls. I know if I throw Rose Girls in my warmer, I'm going to have a good experience. Number 2, Southbound Soap Company. I talked about these guys in my Southbound haul. This is run by Rachel. She was out of Etsy until literally yesterday. She's now out of Big Cartel, which is going to be awesome because Big Cartel has a 10-minute cart hold, and one of the biggest problems with ordering from her was stuff flying out of the carts. So I don't think we'll have that much of a problem with that anymore. So that is awesome. Southbound has always had phenomenal performance. I've never had a scent that I didn't like. I've never had a scent that didn't throw amazingly. Rachel is great to interact with in the Facebook group. The packaging, the care that she puts into packaging everything up is just fantastic. She is ready to ship right now. I believe she's aiming for the end of this month. And also there's a custom list on her Facebook group. It is closed right now, but she will be reopening it up. So that is Southbound. And then number 1 on my list is Vintage Chic Scents. Vintage Chic Scents, I can't say enough great things about Kirby's wax. She has her own website as well. She restocks anywhere from every 2 weeks to once a month she's been doing lately. All of her blends, her scent list is amazing. Just the different things that she comes up with. Her blends, her shapes are so classic. Kirby has a customer in me for life. And I know that any time that I put Vintage Chic Scents in my warmer, I am going to be happy. So that is my list. If you have any questions or anything like that, definitely put them in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer them. I know that I kind of sped through this because, again, YouTube hates me if my videos are longer than 15 minutes, and I'm at 14 and a half. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, everyone.